Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for another 1/6 scale figure unboxing and review video. Now today we're going to be taking a look at none other than Peter Sellers by Kaustic Plastik. Now I haven't reviewed a ton of stuff by them, but this guy caught my eye. Because now I'm a big Pink Panther fan. I'd never seen the films up until recently. I watched the first one, then the second, A Shot in the Dark, which I absolutely loved, so I had to pick up this figure. Now I got mine from toyswonderland.com. Link for that is of course down in the description below. They have 12-month installment plans and an awesome reward system. What we are going to do now though is get the box laying flat in the light box and do the unboxing. Here of course we have the box art, and yeah, I love the way it looks. We've got an image of Peter Sellers as Inspector Clouseau on the front here. I love the pink background, as well as a couple of paw prints. Very cheeky Kaustic Plastik, because they do have the license to Peter Sellers' likeness, but not to Pink Panther. That's why it's his name on the box, not Inspector Clouseau. You can also see I went with the deluxe edition. You also have a bunch of legal information on the back. Now I did catch Dean Knight's video and I loved the way this figure looks, so I'm hoping that in person it's equally as impressive. But here we have him. First in-hand impressions, yeah, they are pretty positive. I am being brought right back to watching the movie, and that's exactly why we collect these things, that nostalgia hit. Now, of course, he does have one foam block up on top and another down below. So what we are going to do now is get all of his accessories laid out in the light box and take a closer look at everything he comes with. Here we have all the parts and pieces. Now starting off with the display base first, it's a very thick centerpiece style base. It's round, as you can see, with a Kaustic Plastik logo on the back and some logos on the bottom, as well as the fact that it was designed in Italy. We do have the Peter Sellers logo on the front, just like we saw on the box itself, and then up top a very smooth cobblestone path print. Initially, I thought this was 3D textured, but it isn't, it's just a 2D image. Now you may be sitting here thinking, well, that's all fine and dandy, but how does Clouseau actually attach to the base? There's no waist clamp, there's no regular crotch grabber. Well, very simply, it's magnetic. This is next level. Now, for this to work, you do have to have very sturdy ankle joints, and luckily he does. Plus, the magnets are super strong, so fingers crossed we shouldn't have any issues there. Now, you do get two different Peter Sellers head sculpts, the first of which is kind of a little bit of a furrowed brow and a down-turned mouth, just to show that maybe he's not all that pleased with his current situation. I do love the paint applications. He's got a little bit of rosiness to the top of his nose, and the skin is textured very nicely. You also have a removable hairpiece, so you can bring in one of the hats and simply pop it in place. You also get this one, which is very clearly the more whimsical of the two. Maybe he is snooping around or getting ready to engage in a karate chop. You can of course take the hat off and put the regular hair on this one. I'm not sure as of yet which look I'm going to go with. You also get a police uniform jacket with some press studs to close it up, and a matching black tie, which is a real tie. It's actually tied up, it's not elastic. You also get a bomb. This, of course, was the bomb that was handed to him and was meant to kill him, but instead put Kato in hospital, the poor thing. He also does come with his police baton, which does have a pleathery style strap down below, and it's done in a very crisp and clean white. You, of course, get his police badge, and the cool thing is you get swappable images. If you want this image instead, you can simply slide it out, and the same thing for the little image on the other side there. You get a magnifying glass. Unfortunately, the glass cannot detach, just like when he went to the museum and the glass fell out. Hilarious, but you can't do it here. That's totally fine. I'm sure we'll still have a ton of fun with the magnifying glass. You get a watch, which is done in a chrome silver and does have a proper little glossy screen there. And lastly, a pistol. You can remove the magazine. It does have some painted bullet detail. The slide up top doesn't move, but I'm perfectly fine with that. You have a Beretta logo and a little red dot on the side. You do get 2 suites of hands. Some gloved hands, but also some regular, just people hands. I actually really like the sculpt and paintwork on the human hands. There is even a little bit of white paint on the edge of his fingernails. That's something that I have never seen. That's next level attention to detail. I also really do like the sculpt and texture to the gloves. What we are going to do now though is get Peter Sellers himself out here and take a closer look. Here we have him standing straight up and down in the light box, no crazy poses or accessories or anything like that. And in fact, I have actually removed his outer jacket. I did want to give you a look at all 3 different outfit options in different clips. Now this one is his very simple black suit. You can see his tie underneath. I like the cut of the suit itself. Now there is a little bit that's sticking out on the back just because it was caught up underneath the jacket. But if I steamed that, then it would calm down and sit in place. The rest of it, yeah, it looks great. It looks like a suit from the era, which of course is the 60s bleeding into the 70s when these films were made. And that head sculpt is on point. What we are going to do now though is put the jacket back on, take him off the rotating turntable, and punch in to take a closer look at the details. Here we have him up close and personal, and in just a second we will be swapping out the various outfit pieces to check out the police uniform. I'm not sure as of this moment which outfit I'm going to go with in my display, nor am I sure as to which hat I'm going to go with. Now of course you simply detach the hair via a magnet, then you can pop one of the hats in place. This one is currently the front runner for me, but there is also this one, which is slightly lighter in colour and has a bit of a kick up at the back, which gives him slightly more flair. Do let me know which you prefer though down in the comments below. Now let's talk about the outfit. I love his jacket. Now this does unfortunately get stolen from him, but for the first couple of films he is wearing it. In the movies, this is a Burberry trench coat, but in 1/6 scale format, they've gone for a thinner style fabric, so unfortunately there is no Burberry print. I also would imagine it would have been very expensive to get the rights to do that, so I'm perfectly fine that it is slightly inaccurate. I do like the texture of the fabric, and I love the way it hugs the body. It's not too big, it's not too bulky. For me, this works. It's also connected via press studs, which is my preferred way of doing things. He also has a full suit jacket, a shirt and tie underneath. Now coming down to the trousers, they are very simply a black pair of trousers. These are the same ones we'll be using with the police uniform. Plus, he does come with some really classy high-gloss Oxfords, and the stitching is on point. It's all sculpted in, obviously it's not real stitching, but it looks great. He also has some real shoelaces, which I find very classy. But for those of you wondering what he looks like with the second head sculpt and the police uniform on, and here you have him wearing his police uniform. Now I have to say, I really like how this looks. It's nice and form-fitting, it's not too big and bulky, and then the hat is just the cherry on top, quite literally. It of course magnetizes in place, it sits at about the right height, and yeah, this look definitely is calling to me. I'm thinking that I might just for a little while display him in this outfit with the police baton, but again, I am curious which look you prefer. Let me know down below. Now for a quick side-by-side comparison, I really didn't know who to compare Clouseau to, so I thought, why not reach back into the archives of cinema and go with something classic? So here we have one of the Blitzway Ghostbusters being, of course, Peter Venkman. And yeah, this works. The scale is on point. He's not too tall, he's not too small, he's just around the height of a regular guy. So hopefully this gives you a rough idea of how Clouseau will scale in your collection. Just going over articulation. Now bear in mind this is my personal copy of the figure, so I'm going to be a little bit more careful. I'm sure when you get yours in hand, you can push the joints slightly further than I'm willing to go. Now I decided to leave the coat on for this segment just so you can get an idea of how everything moves under multiple layers. Now starting off with the head sculpt, there is a ball joint at the base of the fixed neck. Going forward to there, going back to there, swivel, then pivot side to side. The arms will go up the full way. They will of course go forward and back, and they are on soft ratchets. We do have a butterfly joint at the shoulder, swivel at the bicep, a double bend at the elbow, plus a regular 1/6 scale wrist peg. The torso does have a crunch, swivel, and then pivot side to side. The legs go forward the full way, they go out to there, swivel at the upper thigh, a double bend at the knee, plus a ball joint down here for the ankle. Just wrapping up on the Kaustic Plastik Peter Sellers figure. Now going into this, I had no idea what to expect. I've never reviewed anything that's been officially licensed by Kaustic Plastik, but this guy has wowed me. He comes with a ton of awesome accessories. I love the magnetic display base. It's something that honestly other companies should look into. Plus, this guy oozes personality. He is also based on arguably one of the most hilarious franchises of all time, in the form of the Pink Panther series. I didn't know what I was missing out on until I sat down and watched the movies, and yes, I had a ton of fun doing so. Now, I got mine from toyswonderland.com. I'm pretty sure there is a regular and deluxe version. I went for the deluxe, but somewhere out there there's an even more deluxe version that comes with an awesome diorama display base. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get my hands on that one, but I'm still perfectly happy with this release. I have included the link down in the description below. They have 12-month installment plans and an awesome reward system. While you are down there, why not check out the link to 6 Scale Network, the Facebook group. Come along, chat figures, share photos of your collection, and of course, see what's coming up next on the channel. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.